You
I'd love to hear it. Raj's opinion's dead in the water. No one cares about Raj's opinion. Of course they do, man. Of course they do. My brother.
We have dialogue.
I'm up to a question.
Okay, well, I was saying that I love the British culture and I love how friendly it is, how open it is, and that's what I represent when I'm supporting the England football team or the cricket team. It's all fair and dandy for people who have faced various violence issues or racism to think that all white people are racist, because it's not true. You know, and I'm from Leeds and I've faced a lot of racism, but do I go around calling every single white person racist in this country? No, because it'd be stupid to do so.
But then, with that same ethos, you're talking about being balanced when you're describing people, right? And being fair. So when you're talking about the British culture, it seems to me that you're cherry picking about the doors being unlocked in Leeds a few years ago. What about the negative sides of British culture? Can you be honest enough to speak on that?
You just come into the conversation.
Why are you wanting me to
be very biased? You just started the conversation for 3 minutes.
Honest, I said honest. Because we have to have a holistic approach, innit? We don't want to cherry. Sorry, brother.
This is Jedi's corner again.
Sorry, brother. We don't want to cherry.
It's Raj's corner mainly, but
we don't say. No problem, bro. You can have the corner, bro. Honestly.
On a negative side, I don't want to.
Have you got the ability to portray violence?
I did say I face racism, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to think every single person.
Is that as well British culture? Because leaving a door unlocked, to be fair, I'm from a culture, my family from a culture where they didn't even need to have doors or locks on the doors. So we can go around and say how it used to be years and years ago. It seems to me that you're trying to paint a picture of the British psyche, which I want to challenge you on, basically.
About it at all.
Sorry, yeah, of course I do, right? Because you were speaking at that moment, of course I do.
Right, okay, because I have a lot of respect for what you're saying, but I don't necessarily think it's true. So, for instance, in today's society, there's an estimated 27 million black people that are slaves at the hands of Islam in, I think it's Libya alone. That's something relevant in 2018. To suggest that British people are inherently sort of, our past may have had some issues, but to suggest that we are not the most multicultural country in the world would also be false.
Right, are you guys happy to be multicultural?
I actually am. I'm not happy to have my culture eroded.
Okay.
But I use this example.
Your culture is what? Roman culture you're talking about?
No, not at all.
Greek culture?
Not at all.
Viking culture?
It's a modernised...
When you say your culture, what culture are you talking about?
The modernised English culture.
Which is what?
Christmas, all the things that we know.
Christmas? Yes. Christmas is not English.
No,
it's a pagan.
No.
It's a pagan celebration.
Not American.
But it's a pagan celebration. So how can Christmas be... I don't get that. That's not British culture.
Because Easter eggs have quite more to do with Jesus.
Easter, It's Babylonian. It's Babylonian culture.
Our Sunday roast.
You still follow Babylonian cultures, right?
Right. They all surround what we've become now. So if I went to Africa...
Borrowed cultures from other places. But now the thing is, let's keep our culture... Let's keep our culture borrowed.
Right now.
Let's keep our culture borrowed and then complain about other people influencing our borrowed culture. What is organic to the British man? What is the British man and what is his culture? You lot are the top borrowers from everyone else's cultures. You just named 5 different things. That's okay. But then now you want to keep British culture British. When British culture isn't British, it's borrowed from all different people.
Portugal was taking
Isn't the national dish is curry? Shut the hell up. What are you talking about? British culture. Yeah? Where did you get fish and chips from?
Right. In the long run now, as it goes on further, they were saying about, the power's got us fighting and all that kind of stuff, yeah? Which doesn't take away the point that Jedi was making, though, yeah? The black brother. Right, so this girl's come on now, because obviously it's touched her. And when I've noticed, yeah, when things don't go the way, like this guy was saying, things don't go his way, people like him, people of his type, this is what they do. They come on and they make comments like this. So we all agree on one important fact. All poor people are effed and the powers that be are going to F us up. So what are we going to do about it? How do we fight back? Anonymous tried and it didn't work too well. So my response is an honest response, yeah? And this is what I'm saying. It's never going to happen. As long as white people are in denial about their psychopathic racism, so far they don't even have the ability to face facts about themselves while at the same time they love to point fingers at everyone else. If the poor people did get together and remove the elite, who would they replace them with? Who would be in power? White people would be saying, let us all stand together as long as we, white people, are in power and rule the whole earth. Racism will still be here. You have to address racism. You can't just say let's all stand together and then you overthrow the government. Do you know what I mean? You can't even look at this. This is what's going on today, 2018. Right? True say this computer's slow to buffer, and you can see where I'm using my phone. Check this out. Man suffering a seizure, black brother suffering a seizure, and the guy just dashed him off the train. No humanity or nothing. Bare racism. Because why would you? And he's an elderly man as well. He's got enough strength to throw him off the train. Now, there's a lot of people that see this as entertainment. They're not going to say nothing. They're silent observers. Anyway, so I'll put that to what's her name, Cass, and she's like, her only response was, yeah, you're right. As long as we have hardcore racists like yourself, okay, we require some depopulation first. LOL. Do you see what I'm saying? So, as it proves my point, innit? She didn't have the ability to face facts. And that's my response with Jane Elliott. And then she came back. You're going to have to stop the video to play it. To read it, Do you know what I'm saying? So her response was, because I expose racism, she'll call me racist. And that's what they do. So if she's going to call me a racist, what would she call a master teacher like Jane Elliott, who says... Hold on. Let's see. This is a white person.
There are a number of things that have sprung to mind watching it. Do you feel guilty about being white?
Not at all. I didn't choose it. I can't lose it. Why would I feel guilty about it?
Do you think there are things white people should feel guilty about? All white people should feel guilty about?
Behaviors. White behaviors. Yes. But I don't think you do those things because you're white. I think you do those things because you're ignorant.
So you're conditioned to do these things?
Absolutely.
To be racist?
Absolutely. And it works. The conditioning is working. Has worked for a very long time.
Do you think all white people are racist?
I think if you graduated from high school and you aren't a racist, you weren't listening. You should have gotten an F in social studies.
So that's a yes. All white people are racist.
We are conditioned to the myth of white superiority from the moment of in fact, before birth. We are conditioned to the myth of white superiority.
Some people who watched these events today they'll have this interpretation of it. And just bear me out a minute.
Anyway, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously the system is geared to condition not just white people but everyone else that, white is superior. So if we are going to get rid of the system and we're all going to stick together, who are we going to replace it with? Do you know what I'm saying? Who? So it's just a joke thing. You know what I'm saying? What's the name of this video going to be? Yeah, who are we going to replace the system with? Part 1. Yeah? Part 1. You know what I mean? And these are the people you are going to have to deal with. People like Cass Smith. Yeah? This is just part 1, people. Part 2 coming up. Stay tuned.